Welcome to my channel. Today I would like us to talk about the formal charge and the net charge. Formal charge is a charge assigned to an atom in a molecule after considering the fact that all the valence electrons in the molecule are made up of electrons that are equally shared. That is, when you assume that all the electrons are equally shared between the molecules, between the atoms in the molecule. So the charge assigned to that particular atom is called the formal charge. But net charge is a charge gotten by adding all the formal charges of individual atoms that make up the molecule. For instance, CO3 2-. The charge on top of this molecule is called the net charge. It is not owned by any atom in this molecule. It is just a net gotten by adding all the formal charges of the individual atoms in the molecule. But to get the net charge, how was this net charge gotten? The net charge was gotten by summing all the formal charges of these atoms. For instance, CO3 2- is represented this way. This is CO3 2-. Now we want to look at how 2- was gotten by calculating all the formal charges. The formula for formal charge is valence electrons minus half of the electrons in the bonds minus unbonded electrons. Now for carbon, the valence electron is 4 minus half. We look at the bonded electrons. There are 4 bonds and each bond carries 2 electrons. So there are 8 electrons in the bond minus unbonded. There is no valence electron left after the bonding. So there is no valence electron left. So write it 0. 4 minus half of 8 is 4 equals 0. So the formal charge for oxygen is 0. Sorry, for carbon is 0. Let's move to this particular oxygen. The valence electron for oxygen in the periodic table is 6. There are 6 valence electrons. 6 electrons at the last shell of oxygen. Minus half of the bonded electrons. There is only one bond connecting oxygen to carbon, and there are 2 electrons there. You write 2 minus unbonded electrons are 2, 4, 6. So we have 6 minus half of 2 is 1 minus 6. 6 minus 1 is 5. 5 minus 6 is minus 1. So there is the formal charge of this particular oxygen is minus 1. We move to this one. The valence electron of oxygen is 6 minus half of bonded electrons. The bonds are 2 here and the electrons there are 4. Minus unbonded electrons here are 4. So 6 minus half of 4 is 2 minus 4. 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. So the net charge is 0. Coming here, you see that this oxygen is similar to this oxygen. So the net charge should be minus 1, but let's calculate it. The valence electron of oxygen is 6. Minus half of bonded pair, only one bond, 2 electrons. Minus 2 for 6 electrons that we are not used for bonding. So we are going to get 6 minus half of 2. That is 1 minus 6. 6 minus 1 is 5. 5 minus 6 is minus 1. And we have minus 1 here. Now we are going to sum all the formal charges we are going to sum all of them. Formal charge for oxygen here is 0. For carbon here is 0. For this oxygen is -1, and for this oxygen is -1. 0 plus 0 is 0. -1 minus 1 is -2. Plus minus is minus, so 0 minus 2 is -2. And this is how the formal charge of carbonate was gotten, 2 minus. Let's look at this. You can see that the net charge is -1. Let's check the molecule.